Hi, how you doing? Thanks so much for being here. I'm instructor Dwayne Jenkins. In today's video lesson, we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting this bad boy together. I got this from a friend a long time ago, actually a few years ago, and I was going to paint it. She gave it to me to paint. She found it at a yard sale or something, and so it sat there. I hadn't decided what I wanted to do with it yet. But lately I've been looking at it and thinking, you know, I kind of like it the way it is. I like the fact that it's got this nice color on the front and then it's kind of brown on the back and, you know, this color on there. So I kind of like it the way it is, and I thought, you know, maybe I should just try to put it together. Because as you can see, we don't have the tuning keys. The nut fell off. She gave me the nut, it came off, so I just got I got that, and then the saddle, and then just restring it. So that's what today's project's going to be about. Is seeing if we can get this bad boy going. Maybe learn a little classical guitar too. Okay? So if that sounds interesting to you, stick around and watch me get this thing going. All right?
Audio Jungle.
Alright, so here we go. We got the guitar. I've got some of these tuners. I got those out of they're out of the package already. Here's the saddle that we're going to put on there, and of course the nut. Okay, so the first thing I got to do is I got to glue that nut back on. Okay, so I've got some wood glue here. I'm just going to use this brush here to brush this on here. This glue isn't working that great in its container, so you have to just put a little bit of glue on there like that. Let's see here. Doesn't really need a whole lot. It just didn't, you know, just enough to hold on there, and then put this on here like this. And I think maybe put a little bit more glue on there, probably a good idea. Just to make sure, you know, it's going to stay on there. Probably good. Like that. Hold that down real good like that, and then we'll just clean up that glue that came out afterwards. We can do that, that's not going to be a problem. Just wipe that down, the rag here. Like this, and that's going to hold really nicely on there like that. Okay. Perfect. See? All right. So we got that, and we want to let that sit for a little while. Now, the tuning pegs, these here, as you can see, they're coming like a set of 3 of them. Okay, 3 on each side. And we're not too sure exactly which ones go on. So they're going to go like this. Okay, they're going to fit right in those holes, go like that. Now I can see from doing this that this part here is sticking out too far. Sticking out too far right here. So that tells me that this is not the one that goes on this side. Okay, this goes on the other side, on this side. So I'm going to put this one on this side. There we go. And see, as we can see, if we look at this, we can see now that's not sticking out too far, and we got plenty of space on this side. Now it looks to me like the holes are a bit different because these are aftermarket. I couldn't find the ones that actually, you know, go to this. I don't know the year of it. These ones look a little different, so I'll have to re-drill the holes. I can do that. That's not a problem. And then we put the other ones on this side. There we go, just like that. Okay. So now we got that put together. See, so we got the neck, we got the nut glued on, and we got the tuning keys now. And then the saddle here, the saddle is kind of got an angle to it, if you can see that. It's a little bit higher on this side than it is on this side. So this is for the low E string, and this is for the high E string. And since I'm setting this up left-handed, I'm going to put the saddle back here. I don't know if you can really see this that well, but there we go. I'm going to put the saddle like this. So the higher part is on this side and the lower part is on this side. So that way it could be left-handed. Now if it was right-handed, the saddle would go like this. Okay, to where the higher side is on the top and the lower side is on the bottom. But since I'm setting it up left-handed for myself, I'm going to set it up just like that. And that just sits in there. You don't glue it or anything. I don't believe that needs to be glued. It's just going to sit in there, and then the strings are going to hold it in there. Okay, so now I got these strings here, these Ernie Ball. They're called Ernesto Paula clear and silver nylon strings. And looks like we have, tells you exactly what string. I like that. That's a 6th string, 5th string, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. I like that. That's pretty cool. So I think what we're going to do is going to start with the 6th string. Okay, now the thing with classical guitar is that you got to tie the strings. They're a little bit different, especially down here on the saddle. You got to tie them. Let me see, I should probably turn this around. See if I know what I'm doing here. Maybe I could put it like this so you can kind of see it a little bit better. Closer. There we go. Okay, so we can kind of see a little bit what I'm doing here. I don't know if you can really see what I'm doing here. Maybe not. You got to put it through the hole. Got to bring it back. Like that. Let's see. This is probably not the best camera angle. Let me see if I can get a better camera angle. Okay, so this is a little bit better view. Move the camera around, try to see. As you can see, I did this first one. Wanted to make sure I did it right before I showed you how to do it, because I don't normally play the classical guitar. This is the first one I've ever done, so you know, if I do something incorrectly, you guys can help me out, let me know. Now, what you do is pull the string back a little bit like this, as you can see. Okay, give yourself some room. And then you put the string underneath it, put it through the loop like this, and then put it through one more time, like that, and then you tie it like this, okay? And that's what's going to hold that. As you can see, similar to the other one, and then you can just cut these off later, alright? And then you just string up the top like you normally would string up rough. Well, the top one's got to be a little bit different, but let's get these done first, okay? Since I have the camera angle here, we're going to do these ones, these bottom, and then I'll show you the top, way to do the top. So the strings are going to come out like this, just a string like a regular guitar string, you know. It tells us which one it is. This is the 4th string. So I'm going to put that one through there, bring it up like this, bring it underneath, through the loop, and then one more time. I hope you can kind of see it on there. I know my hand's kind of in the way, but see, and it kind of looks like that, alright? And that's what's going to hold that there, like that. Boom, 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 okay? Now as you can see, these are a little bit shorter. Maybe have a little bit more next time. Okay, so got that. And then, let's try that again. Now normally I would string up the whole thing, but I have to move the camera and everything, you know what I'm saying? So I think it'd just be better for this purpose of teaching you how to do this, if you're learning, if you want to learn. It's just to do all these part first, and I can move the camera. But as you can see, you just once again put the string up underneath, over, basically over and under again, you know, and then just pull it tight. Boom, there you go. Okay. So I have a couple more to do. I'll get those done, and then I'll show you how to do the top ones. Alright, so I pretty much got all the strings on there. I just wanted to get this done. I wanted to make sure that I had it done right. But basically I wanted to show you what you do is you just take the string and you tie it around that hole. You put the string through the hole and then you just tie it, okay? And then, just like on a regular guitar, then you turn the tuning key forward, okay? Just like on a regular guitar, like on a regular acoustic guitar. Okay. You want to make sure that this is all tight and everything. And then you just put the string, and you want to make sure that when you wind it, it doesn't get all kinked up. It stays all kind of nice and neat. And that's something you're just going to have to kind of do when you wind it. You're just going to have to watch for that, okay, when you wind it. And I'm not sure if you can see that too well, but that string is kind of going underneath there and it's locking on there. And I'm trying to keep it to the side so it doesn't get all bunched up. Okay, because that's what you don't want. You don't want your strings to get all bunched up. You want them to be even on the tuning peg. Okay, you want them to wind even on the tuning peg, alright? So I don't know if you can kind of see that. Let's see. So I'm trying to hold it up here and tune it like this. And the tuning, the string itself is staying to the side. So it's not getting bunched up, okay? That's the main thing that you want to make sure you do. Is keep that from getting bunched up. Alright? And I'm not sure how well you can see that on the camera. I know these are clear strings, so it probably doesn't show up that great on there. But when I get finished here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, this is my first one, so it's probably not going to be perfect. But nonetheless, it's going to work. And you'll see what I'm talking about, these strings. Okay, so now I've got it on there. Okay. And as you can see, if you look at this string right here, as you can see, it's not all bunched up. These ones aren't all bunched up. This one, see how the string is underneath it? It's kind of pinching it on there. See this one too? And that's what you want to do. You want to make sure that your strings are wind on there, you know, correctly and nice and neat, and that helps keep the string from breaking and helps keep the guitar in tune. Alright, there we go. So I got it put together. Got the tuning keys on there, got the nut on there, got the saddle on there, I've got the strings tied real good, and I hope you guys were able to see that on this part. I'm sorry if it didn't come through on the camera very well, but it's, you know, you just tie it on there and string it up and make sure it doesn't get all bunched up. But yeah, got it all tuned up, and of course, doesn't sound too bad. I don't really play classical guitar. It's the first one I ever had, so I might have to start learning how to play it. That'd be kind of cool. Give me something new to play with, you know, some kind of new thing to add to my guitar playing. And it's kind of interesting because it's kind of small, you know, small little one. That's kind of cool. And it's funny, I'm gonna have to do something with the dots here, because the dots are on the bottom because it's right-handed. And I strung it up left-handed, so I might have to put some dot markers on the top. It's funny because these guitars only have 3 markers right there, but I guess, you know, when you play classical guitar, you don't really need all that stuff, because, you know, those classical guitar players are awesome. So that'll give me something to work on and try to get better with my guitar playing. So I want to say thank you, Gina, for giving this to me. Sorry it took me so long to get it together, but try to learn some classical guitar stuff for you. So that's a friend of mine who gave this to me a long time ago. I was going to paint it, but I like it like this. I think it came out really nice. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff. Hit the bell for future notifications. If you have any comments, leave them down below. And be sure to watch for the next video lesson that I do, and will help improve guitar playing. Alright, so keep practice, and until next time, I'll see you then.